Сука! Блядь! Сука! Ебать! Блядь!
Not a day goes by without a Ukrainian attack on Russia's energy infrastructure, and Moscow is slowly bleeding out. Strike drones attacked the Tingovatovo oil pumping station near the village of Konar in the Civilsky district of Chuvashia. The attack on the station was reported by the head of the Chuvash Republic, Oleg Nikolaev. According to him, the station was attacked with the use of attack drones, which caused minor damage, and the company's operations were temporarily suspended. The oil pumping station is located directly within the village of Konar, approximately 1,000 kilometers from the state border of Ukraine. It should be noted that this is not the first time the station has been attacked. For example, on the night of June 9, 2025, Ukrainian drones already attacked the Tingovatovo oil pumping station, which led to a temporary shutdown of its operation. This station is part of the Kuibyshev-Tikhoretsk oil pipeline, which is used to transport oil to the port of Novorossiysk. Earlier, Militarny reported that attack drones had struck an oil refinery in the city of Salavat, which was located 1,400 kilometers from the border with Ukraine. Russian media reports that another director has died in Russia. This time, the deputy of United Russia and director of Kuban Spetsstroy, Vitaly Kapustin, was found hanged on a tree with his hands tied. This is already the fifth mysterious death of an official in Russia in a month. Absolutely nothing suspicious. According to the outlet Kuban Inform, Kapustin was found hanged in a tree from a cable anchored to his own SUV near the village of Novorozdestvenskaya. One eyewitness told journalists that the lawmaker's hands were tied behind his back. "I saw how high it was. As far as I could tell, his hands seemed to be bound behind him. A person couldn't climb up there easily. The trees are very tall, like in any grove," the person told Krasnodar Online. Moments of Russian guided aerial bombs striking Ukrainian rescuers.
Сука! Блядь! Сука! Ебать! Блядь! Сука! Сука, еще!
Вот приходит, голубок, еще один приходит.
Сука!
During the attacks of unknown drones in Denmark, a Russian landing ship with its identification system turned off was off the coast of the country. The ship was spotted near Danish territorial waters in the Baltic Sea by journalists of the Ekstrablad newspaper from a helicopter. It is a large Alexander Shabalin landing ship of the Russian Baltic Fleet based in Kaliningrad. Journalists assume that it was the base for the drones that disrupted the normal operation of airports in several Danish cities, including Copenhagen this week. The drones were spotted around 2100 hours on September 22nd. The police concentrated significant forces in the airport area and restricted air traffic. More than 15 planes had to be diverted to backup airports. Later, it became known that up to 4 large drones could have been near the Copenhagen airport. Local media speculated that the drones could have been launched from civilian vessels. According to a Danish newspaper, the Russian warship Alexander Shabalin has been off the coast of Denmark for the past few days. However, due to the disabled automatic identification system signal, it was not displayed in the shipping monitoring systems. At the same time, Ekstrablad claims that the Danish armed forces were aware of the presence of the Russian landing ship off the coast of Langeland, but have not yet commented. The Russian ship was located approximately 70 to 270 kilometers from the airports and military facilities where the unidentified drones were spotted. It was drifting right on the border of international and Danish territorial waters. At the same time, Russia has rejected suggestions that it was involved in the incidents with drones in Denmark, which this week caused disruptions at airports and flew to the Skridstrup Air Base. The NATO Forward Deployment Brigade will be formed to protect Lapland on the basis of Swedish mechanized units from the 19th Arctic Mechanized Brigade. This is reported by the Finnish newspaper Iltalehti, citing its own sources in NATO. According to the sources, the The new NATO brigade will have a strength of 4,000 to 5,000 troops and will be deployed in Finnish Lapland. The 19th Arctic Mechanized Brigade, Norrbotten Brigade, is deployed in northern Sweden. Its headquarters is located in Boden, 130 kilometers from the Finnish border. The brigade consists of 5 battalions and their support units and specializes in winter warfare. Each battalion has about 1,000 soldiers. In addition to Sweden, the armed forces of Norway and Denmark are also deployed to the NATO Forward Brigade in Finland. The Swedes are in combat readiness in their own barracks, which are located next to Finland. If tensions with Russia increase, they will move to the Finnish side, the source explained. The sources emphasize that NATO's operational planning now envisages that Swedish ground forces in the north will defend NATO's eastern border together with Finnish units. This is a big cultural change for the Swedes, but it can be rationalized very well. The joint defense will take place in Finland, where it makes the most sense, another NATO source emphasized. In northern Finland, there are already 2 Jaeger brigades, the Jaeger Brigade in Sodankylä and Rovaniemi, and the Kainuu Brigade in Kajaan. These units, together with the NATO Brigade, could form a multinational Lapland division similar to those already operating in the Baltic, Black Sea region and near the border with Ukraine. The heavy weapons of the new brigade will include, among other things, 155mm Archer howitzers from the Swedish Army. It will be supported by the alliance's air and missile forces, including Eurofighter and F-35 fighters from the British Royal Air Force. If necessary, air support is also planned to be provided by British Army Apache attack helicopters, which are expected to be deployed in the spring of 2025. The first exercises of the brigade have already begun, with various units of the NATO brigade conducting training at the Rovajärvi training ground in Finland. The participating countries are also practicing the deployment of all units of the brigade to Finland so that it can be done quickly in real-world conditions. Lukashenko is proposing to Putin to build a new nuclear power plant in eastern Belarus to supply electricity to the occupied territories of Kherson, Zaporizhia, Donetsk, and Luhansk regions. These guys are completely cut off from reality. They are creating their own fiction, which they actually believe.
Let's talk today about whether you approve the project for expanding or building a new nuclear power plant. Maybe even some in the east of Belarus, with the aim, if necessary, to supply electricity to the eastern regions liberated by Russia, Kherson, Zaporizhia, and so on, Luhansk, Donetsk, if there is a certain necessity for this. Well, by the way, the Zaporizhia station...
Zelensky, I think Trump has realized that Putin will not bring him success. The American people do not trust Putin. The support of the American people is very important for Trump.
Trump, not very long ago, said that, oh, you know, Mr. Zelensky, you don't have the cards.
Yeah.
So what changed?
What changed? I think the situation with Putin, his relationship with Putin. And I think that President Trump understood that Putin will not bring him success. Even if we will look at this moment like the society, American society, I think, which is very important for President of the United States, the support of society. And for any kind of leader, it's very important. And I think that society, really, American society doesn't respect and doesn't trust Putin. And mostly, they doesn't trust that he wants to finish this war.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.
Rescues every day. We had a guy last week at 6 rescues in 6 days. You know, he's doing the job every day.